I'm hot. I am hot right now, guys. $4,438. Starting off, again, we are going to be watching MESO. That's all the way up towards around 16 bucks right now. Switching that over towards around that 1 minute time frame. And again, I'm actually going to go to a 2 minute time frame starting on off. We do have support all the way down low if we wanted to see that, or if the stocks start going really crazy, we can keep that play on watch for any sort of big time spike at the bell or the short. Regardless, market's about to open. If you're going for the long side right at the bell up towards 1875, good luck. It's going to be a little bit risky, a little bit crazy, but I hope you nail it. If you're going for the short side, wait for it to get more up towards around 20 bucks. And if you're waiting for the quick crack at the dump, look for or at the bell, watch around a 1330 bounce play. All right. Market is now live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where the stock is going to be going and see where the stock is going to be falling towards if it is going to fall. So right now, MESO, let's keep this one on watch in case this one gets a little bit crazy and starts spiking really big. Right now, it's starting to go on that big time rip and run. So let's see here. Let's see if it keeps on going. There's the big time spike on MESO. Let's see if this gets halted. Okay. All right. So again, shout out right here, guys. Now things are getting exciting. Now things are getting exciting because MESO right now just got halted on the long side. Let's see. It's not halted 100% yet. There it is. So MESO, boom, 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 boom. My heart's starting to race a little bit right now. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are halted on the long side. MESO just got that big time rip, just got that big time run. Now, again, coming out of this halt, we are probably going to be seeing a gap up. There is, again, no way to know how high the stock's going to be going up towards. We know 1875 is going to be a little bit of tough resistance, and we know up towards around $20 is going to be a little bit of tough resistance. This is definitely a play that has a lot of big time potential. The last thing we want to do, though, is chase. Right? We do not want to be chasing this play and getting caught up if this stock starts coming back on down. So MESO, this stock at this moment, I think, again, $18.75, $20 range is going to be the area most traders are going to be looking for. Now, as we are halted right here, I am looking a little bit more towards the short side. That's what I am personally looking for next. I know you're saying, well, Dek, what if it opens up and starts spiking? I'm not going to go on the spike. I have to focus a little bit more on the short here. So I'm looking probably I got to see where it's going to open, but we could definitely see $20 plus today. So I don't want to chase this. I don't want to get caught in a short squeeze. It's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit tricky here. What I am going to do is stick to my past chart history pattern. And what do I mean by past chart history pattern? I need to remember what I've seen the past few days. CPAH, nice morning spike, did come crashing on down. PECK, nice morning spike, did come crashing on down. I got to stick with that for my Friday. That's what we've seen throughout the whole entire week so far. We saw it on Tuesday, we saw it on Wednesday as well. So I'm looking for this one to spike on up, maybe another $1, maybe another $2, and start looking for some shares to short there. And again, I'm looking to start off with right around that 1875 mark for some possible shorts. As I know, again, if it starts going all the way up there, we should be able to see some sort of pullback area. So let's see here. I'll also drag over my current P&L. Again, I'm not in on this play right now. This trade was from this morning. So this trade was from this morning over on MESO, as you guys know. Woo! All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to get a little bit crazy. We're going to get a little bit crazy in here, just a little bit today. And again, 1875 is usually just an area where I've seen spiking run up towards in the past. I'm also thinking of the past 2 days as well. Now, the thing is, I didn't short this at the bell. I let it, run on up because that's what we've been seeing. And this is a good press release. It's a good press release with good momentum, but we'll see how much more this one has left in the tank right here on MESO. So let's see here. It looks like we're going to be gapping up towards around this $18 mark, and things could definitely start getting a little bit crazy. 5 seconds. 5 seconds here on MESO.
3, 2,
and we are about to be live. And we are live. MESO, I am filled right now. MESO, I am filled. 1875. Let's go, MESO. I want to see the drop now. I want to see MESO get that drop back below $17. Let's go, MESO. Drop for me. Get below $17. I got filled at $18.75. I'm going to lock in 1,000 shares right now. Or, excuse me, buy 1,000 shares. Let's go, MESO. Keep dropping. $17.46, $17.25, $17.20. You want to go, MESO? $2,000 gain. Let's go. I'm going to lock in a little bit there, and I'm going to lock out. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm hot. I am hot right now, guys. $4,438. I'm hot. I'm steaming at this moment. Bonjour, adios, get the ball, get the bar. 1875 on the dot. 1875 on the dot shorts. Let's go. $4,438 in profit. Perfect short entry, right on the money right there, and that is the way to close off my Friday. 9:36 right now. Absolutely awesome. So, currently 9:14 in the morning. We got about 15 minutes until this market opens on up. MESO at this time, team. We obviously have to keep this play on high watch and high alert. Looking at this stock, we do have what pattern right now? A little bit of an ascending triangle pattern. If you guys do not know what an ascending triangle pattern is, it is when a stock squeezes itself in a higher low setup, which does lead to a lot of big time rips and runs. All right, so we always want to be watching for these ascending triangle setups because these could easily get some big time spikes towards it. An ascending triangle setup example would be looking something like this, where we have this nice little squeeze and then the pop comes and you get this big time volume. An ascending triangle setup would also look something like this, right? Kind of see what's happening right here, where you have the squeeze, you have the nice little pop, and you get a nice little run. So if MESO can start squeezing, which it's trying to right now, this stock is going to try to get back up towards $15, maybe even $16. So that's the first thing I'm noticing about MESO is that we could easily get this squeeze pattern at the start of the day. There's 15 minutes left till this bell opens. We'll see. I mean, it could start squeezing right now potentially. So if we keep our eyes on this play, we want to say to ourselves, why would it squeeze though? Why would there be so many buyers moving in on the stock? Well, if we take a look, MESO, this stock had a great press release this morning, right? April 24th this morning, 83% survival rate in, right here, patients with moderate severe acute respiratory distress syndrome treated in New York with mesoblast cell therapy. So having an 83% survival rate with something that has been dramatically affecting the world. That's the reason on why MESO this morning has gone from $6 or $6.50 all the way up to hitting highs so far of $16. So MESO has been a very big mover. We have almost gone on about almost have gone on about a $10 spike so far this morning. And you're like, whoa, I didn't even realize it was that big. It is. $6.50 all the way up towards around $16. It's big. It's a $9.50 mover. So we could easily see this thing take on off. Now, if I make this chart on the daily chart a little bit bigger, I don't think we've ever been this high over on MESO. I can scroll back. Let's see. Okay, so again, we got some support back down towards around 1240. Got the old spiking high back on April of 2017. Let's keep on going back here. Again, because we got to see it. Nope, and then it stops. It stops back in November of 2015. So right here, MESO getting this, big time, potential towards it. There's definitely opportunity for this stock to go on some sort of crazy spike today. So on the long side, MESO does have a lot of potential. Let's go over to stockcharts.com. Let's just make sure we're all good. Let's go to weekly. Let's see here. Yeah. So again, this goes back down to 2018. So I'm not really seeing anything above, $12 to be honest, right? So these are record new highs on MESO, which brings in a lot of hype, brings in a lot of excitement. Traders are ready to see how much higher this can go. Does have a big press release towards it. I mean, MESO is geared up and ready to rock. So, how high can we go? Starting on off, you'd be wanting to look up towards around $16. If it starts breaking that $16 area, you'd probably want to look up towards around 1875. Dek, where are you pulling 1875 from? There's no, past chart history pattern or anything. So how do we know 1875? I have just seen through experience a lot of times after a stock goes on some sort of $15 break and keeps running and ripping and keeps on going from there, a lot of traders do like to kind of stop it right around that 1875-ish mark for a big pullback before it goes up towards around $20. So now you're probably thinking to yourself right now, all right, Dek, MESO, we got everything we want. We got a good play. We got a good chart right here. We have a good press release at this moment. We have good understanding on why the stock is moving on up. What's the float? Little sign up. Let's check that out. What's the float on this play? MESO does have a bigger float at 81 million. I know that's probably a little shocking because how well it's moving, and it is, but this stock is moving, and this is definitely a hot one. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, Dek, didn't you short this stock this morning? And yes, I did short this play back on down this morning, but MESO, this play right now is a play that could absolutely take on off. Do I have shorts available? I do. Now, what have I been noticing? I've been noticing big time spikes at the bell with, again, big time drops later on. Do I want to short this stock at some point today? I do. When do I want to short this stock? Most likely it's going to be after this big time morning spike if it can go, let's say, straight up to 1875. Now, maybe I'm going to start picking up some shares at around 1850 or 1860 or something along those lines. But, that's kind of the area I'm looking for if this thing goes crazy right at the bell. Because this is following every other top gainer that we've seen throughout this week, right? If we look, right, let's just look at a little bit of past chart history pattern. MESO, what do we have here? MESO, great spike, starting to get a little bit of movement as we're getting closer to the end of the day, or end of the morning market. What did we have? CPAH. CPAH, same exact thing. Quick morning spike though, and then boom, fall apart. And the day before that, what did we have here? We had, let me go back to this, PECK. PECK, great, nice movement, great time spike right at the bell, and then boom. And again, I shorted PECK, right? What did I do with CPH? I shorted CPH. I made over $4,000 yesterday, right? That was an awesome gain. That was an awesome rip. Again, so I was able to make $4,249 yesterday. I'm up over $23,000 in April because I'm just trying to remember what are the trends that we're seeing. Yes, you can understand education and the patterns and volume and level 2, but we also want to understand what's the current trend of these markets. What are the current trends that these plays are doing? And lately, the trend has been spike up right before the start of the day, which I see some of you guys already in on MESO for the run up right at the start. And you guys are more than welcome if you wanted to get in, at 9, 10, or 9 a.m. for this run up because we knew it was going to happen. And then on top of that, guys, we're probably going to see maybe a quick little spike right at the jump. So I don't want to get caught up in this play and I don't want to get short squeezed out. So I am going to be a little bit more hesitant on my short play, especially because I'm already up. So I do want to wait until this thing either goes on a massive explosion for me to short this thing back on down, or again, see it get a little bit weaker first. So what I could do as well is look to go on the long side if I wanted to right away, or maybe look for a quick little dip buy if it does come back on down. And then from there, I could look for a big time spike on up. So if you're saying, Dek, what is your game plan at the bell right here with MESO? Most likely, starting off with MESO, I am going to play a little bit more conservative. I'll show you guys the conservative way and the risky way. Conservative way, I am probably going to put dip buy orders down towards around this 1330-ish mark, something around that area, for a very quick pullback to get filled for it to shoot back up towards around $14 or so. Okay? So again, very quick bounce play area. Now, if it doesn't bounce play and just starts exploding forward, then I am going to look more towards the short side as this thing could spike all the way up towards 18 plus. All right? Now, what you guys could definitely be doing is doing what? You could say, all right, Dek, I'm going to look for the bounce play as well. As if this thing falls on down, I'll put some limit orders nice and low. Maybe they get filled. Or you could say, Dek, the last few days, we've been seeing everything spike. I bought this play right now. I'm in on it, and I'm holding for $18. That's definitely an option as well. That's obviously more risky, right? But MESO is trying to climb, trying to get that move. Watch for a pop, watch for a break, and when there is, again, blue skies ahead. What is the more conservative area to get in? Conservative areas right now, again, 926. We got about 4 minutes until this market opens on up. More like 3 because it's about to turn to 927. But MESO, what we have here, conservative. Place some sort of entry down towards around the $13 range, 13.30 area for a bounce play really quickly back up towards $14. If MESO starts shooting out of the gates really hard, this has potential to get up to $18 if it breaks pre-market high of $16. Okay? And then if it does get all the way up to that 1875 mark, I located 4,000 shares from this morning that I woke up early and got those located, so I will short this back on down from there.